Hello, welcome to this review of Woodford Reserve Double Oaked.
Double Oaked. Yes, this is Woodford Reserve Double Oaked. I just read up on the website. It's the regular Woodford Reserve, and they just
Age it twice.
age it in a different barrel. So the idea is to get more flavors from the other barrel, different flavors than you get from the first one. So we're gonna go ahead and pop this open and give it a try. As you can see, it's already been tried, and it comes in a nice,
Not by me.
fancy little, real thick glassed bottle, because it's the half 750. It's a 375.
And you got two of these bottles for a total of $25.98.
Here we go, talk about price again. Okay, so yes, I did.
Yeah,
get
but
a
I
good
mean,
deal
let's
on
give
it.
Savannah Discount their credit. I mean,
We're
that's
gonna
a,
talk about price game. It's not about the review. It's about price. Okay, so
It
we're
is.
gonna go ahead and try this out.
no, but I mean, I'm trying to give Savannah Discount their due. I mean, that's a great place. You got to admit that.
We're gonna talk about price game rather than review. Okay, so if you look at it, it's got a nice caramel color.
Ah, yeah. That is so dark.
Yeah,
It's like mahogany.
what might call it mahogany.
It's darker than that. That is incredible.
The smell on it's really fantastic. You can get this. You got really good dark oak flavor on it. Char's there. The wood is there.
Okay. I've never had this in my life.
Smelling like apple. It's a couple of flavors. Not really the rest of it. But to me, it's just
It's really dark charred oak, like you said, deep. It's like deep. I am getting the corn grits that I complain about bourbon, but I mean, I'm just like a little fuddy-duddy on that. Like I say, bourbon to me tastes like grits.
okay.
It's sweet. It's got a little, what you call it, like sweet and sour sauce.
No,
Yeah, it does.
I'm not detecting what you're calling sweet and sour sauce, nor am I detecting anything called grits. So to me, this is bourbon. It's got the classic bourbon flavor. If you look at it, it's got that thick, viscous alcohol leg still hanging up on there. It means this is a well put together bourbon.
You know what I'm saying? Grits, like that's what they make bourbon out of, corn, pulverized corn.
Okay.
And that's my issue with it, if you want to call it. I have a lot of bourbon in the cabinet, so I can't
So let's
say.
talk about pricing grits rather than the bourbon. Okay, so we're going on, and the bourbon's mahogany color. It's got great alcohol legs. To me, it smells like what bourbon used to smell like. When I tell you,
Yeah, I
bourbon
never
used
drank
to be
it.
good.
We were talking on the phone. I never drank it back in those days,
And this is how normal bourbon used to be.
like 35 years ago.
Yeah. Even like 25 years ago.
And I never drank bourbon in my life till like 5 years ago.
Okay, go ahead and give it a try.
Cheers. Thank you for bringing this
You're
over.
welcome.
Still saying about the grits. All right. Yeah, okay.
It's got a high burn. It's 90%, 90.4.
Proof. So 45.2% alcohol. Okay.
And it's just mellow. It tastes really good. Goes down. There's a slight burn going on as it's going down your esophagus to your belly.
It's kind of like a more enhanced and bolder Woodford Reserve. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
I think that's what they were getting with the double oak.
It's like, here's Woodford Reserve. Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch the Kentucky Derby if they have it on. And then here's the double oak. It's like more of that.
They didn't have the Kentucky Derby.
That's what I say, if it's on. You know, in the future, like if they have it. I'd like to put a few mint leaves in there, you know. Be kind of good.
I think he needs like a sliver of ice in there just to open up the flavors. Maybe a
Or
little
even
bit
just
of water.
a little drop of water. It's kind of dense.
You got a little drop of water we can put in there?
Just tap water, you know.
That's all you really need.
Don't go too far, Tony. I know you are. All right.
Alright. So just put a little drop of water in this. Just let it open up. And it is opening up. Getting more of a caramel this out of it.
I'm just using this as a kind of reference point.
Let's get the king cork for it.
Thank you, Sonia. And this is, look, feel this thing. This is not like coated metal. That's heavy, huh? That's real brass.
Yeah.
That's nice, huh? That's sweet.
Not to be confused with the brass monkey.
The funky. No, but this is really nice, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like just a higher, more intense version of it.
Is that one also?
Same ABV though, huh?
Yeah. So basically it's the same whiskey.
Just double oaked.
Yeah. Double oak and probably $10, $15 more real retail, I would say.
Yeah, what were you going to ask me? I'm sorry, I interrupted. Is that the what? You said, is that the what?
Same ABV.
Yeah. So, Brown-Forman, the same people that make Jack Daniels, same people that make Old Forester. In 1996, they came out with Woodford Reserve, sort of like a little more higher level bourbon type thing. I like it.
You say it like you have a complaint.
Right. There's a
Spit it out
holdback.
there.
But I won't say a word.
Spit it out. Okay. It's free country.
I like it, but what I was going to say was, I find, and I have a lot of bourbons unopened over here. We were supposed to do the ancient 86-year age. We were supposed to do the McKenna. There's a lot. There's a lot. Too much. All right. All right. I don't call it a problem. It's a hobby. It sounds better that way. But I got exuberant. So
Kind of polish that down pretty quick. Huh?
don't. Why does it have to be like this? No. But the whole thing is that I said this in the Dickel Rye. I just think I kind of like rye whiskey more than bourbon. I'm starting to, I don't know. I'm going to drink a lot more bourbon in my life. I know that. I know that's going to happen. But it just got that grit
So
thing
what you're
going.
saying, you're going to become a bourbonaholic?
No, a hobbyist.
Bourbonahobbyist.
No, it's just it's a style issue. It's not a quality issue. There's no quality complaint at all. They know what they're doing. These are obviously.
They also make like a rye version to this,
A Woodford,
which
oh, yeah.
is the rye version to that, which is very good.
Oh, I'd love to try that. No,
To this, to
Oh.
this, to this. You bought a bottle.
of the rye,
Yeah. Yes, you did.
Woodford Reserve Rye.
Yeah. You bought a bottle
Right, never bought a bottle of that.
of this and rye. Because I bought the bottle too. And you brought it to me. And it's in the picture.
Oh yeah, what am I saying?
It's in the picture that you posted and said, oh, you
Oh,
put it
yeah,
on
wow.
Facebook. Oh, look what David Garley went ahead and brought up.
Oh,
Look at this haul.
I'm sorry, I drank the Vita Imperial Stout before this, so don't hold me to that. No, but what you got me good there. No, what I was saying was, it's just kind of the grits thing going. It's just too much corn grits, and I get that.
Wasn't that the rule with this type of
It has to be
liquor?
51% corn.
Okay,
It
so
has to
you're
be.
gonna taste corn. Okay, so put that aside, and you and I were talking about a whiskey that's put out that's very underrated, and it's 100% corn whiskey, and that's mellow corn.
Right.
You like?
I
I like.
approve.
Does that have that corn grit?
It does, but it's not
So I wonder if they took,
aged in charred
rather
barrels.
than taking the American corn, what if somebody took
Mexican corn? Oh yeah.
and went through the same process and just imported it into Kentucky and said, okay, here's Mexican corn, maybe some blue corn or something like that.
Then you could get some like steak fajitas and eat it with that.
But I wonder if that would change the chase profile to that bourbon
It would,
to
yeah.
where you wouldn't really really think it was like that grit factor, because you don't really seem to be on board with that.
I'm not on board with it.
Maybe we should write a letter to these guys and say, hey,